do weird things for like.
Don't talk. Let me just get. Let me get some. I've never done anything like this ever in my life. Working with fiberglass, making decisions about chemistry and physics, trying to understand the implications of one choice over another. Like, I thought I could reuse the fiberglass skin, and then I was advised against it. Then I went to visit another boat. Okay, this is a true story. I'm not going to tell you where we're at right now, but this is a rudder of the identical boat that I have. And it's fucking hollow. I realized half the boats in the marinas probably have rudders that are rotten like mine. I've become obsessed with studying weather patterns, low pressure systems, and frontal boundaries throughout the entire globe. I know that my vessel must be able to withstand severe weather if I'm going to do the transatlantic crossing. Everything from keel bolts to rudder stability and rudder strength. It's all got to be good. Everything's got to come together. I don't really care what the temperature is anymore. Every day it's 98.6 degrees right inside my soul because I wear a protective bodysuit of polypropylene and sometimes wool, smart wool on the socks. I don't care. It drives me crazy when people walk around there they're wearing cotton. And the other thing drives me crazy is people, they gotta go to places to go get their breakfast and go get their lunch. Like, did you see the back of my vehicle, my land vessel? I got a refrigerator with a mini freezer if needed and a cooler. It's all stocked and loaded. I'll show you in a minute. Listen, I'm having a conversation with somebody. He's seated next to me. He does not want to be involved in the algorithm. So I'm just going to say this. Listen, the whole open marriage thing, I would avoid it for obvious reasons like diseases. I mean, you can make sure everybody gets a blood test, but again, what's that good for? That's only good for the moment of the test. I highly recommend you avoid the open marriage trick. It's a trick. Just want to be clear on that, okay? You're on the algorithm. potato. What most people have found to become arduous, Deborah rejoices in the process. Here, what's this magic little...
We're just soaking the skewers so that when we pop everything on the oven or on the grill, it doesn't burn.
Before we met, I never gave much thought to organic foods, but after speaking with her and really researching it all, you got to admit it, it's the right thing to do. You don't want pesticides and poisons in your food. But equally as important is when somebody actually truly cares about you. They want you to love the food that they produce. They make things that are designed to please you, as well as them, of course, but that is lost in today's world. I can't tell you how many times I've been compelled to clean the kitchen after she cooked out of sheer gratitude. It was the only thing I could do to show my gratitude. You know what's really strange is that all of a sudden you start to realize that, people are able to circumnavigate the entire globe. And yes, that's a, overwhelmingly challenging thing to even consider doing. And now I feel as though a transatlantic crossing will be a piece of cake. It's only, 3 weeks, maybe 3-4 weeks. What is this guy doing? What is he doing? He just went right in front of me. Okay, listen. This is not coffee talk. Although I did it, I had an afternoon coffee. Okay,
Still don't have lipstick on.
I could be all right. So I have a theory, okay? And many of my theories tie in quite well with evolution, okay? Whenever there's a conundrum, which we can go back to the education conundrum later, but whenever we get to a conundrum about, say, some behavior, for example, young women in the ages of 22 to 23, up until very recently, evolutionarily, what were they doing at this point, or younger?
They were married or having children.
Okay, so there we go. So they were reproducing. Now all of a sudden, here
They're
we...
all still reproducing. They're just not having children.
They're not having children.
Very different deal.
So, my theory here is that here we are, in this blink of an evolutionary eye, all of a sudden, here we are expecting things to be different. They're not, because evolutionarily, this is not normal for the Homo sapien to not be breeding in the 20s, early 20s. By now, say 150 years ago or 100 years ago, I already had 3 or 4 kids. 3 or 4.
You want me to shoot a hole in that theory?
Please do. And listen, this is the algorithm. Deborah is one of the few that's allowed to shoot holes in whatever hell I say. So here she goes.
All right. I'd like to think we have evolved from 100 years ago, and women, particularly young girls, are no longer being owned by their fathers and then their husbands. And the age difference has narrowed, in some cases, not all, considerably. So things have changed, and this is part of evolution, and we're moving forward. Let's just call it a change.
Similar to the cotton debacle when I was attacked with my against my cotton theories.
I don't think I portrayed myself properly here, because I'm not saying that this is wrong or this is not supposed to be. I'm just saying the evolutionary biological clocks are still ticking in a young woman.
Yeah, but they tick at a later age now. I think they tick at a later age.
Yeah, because nobody wants to be having babies at 16.
Just saying.
Okay, so, all right, so there we have it. We're gonna have more research to do. You're on the algorithm. Sailing begins inside the garage, where you stored the main sail. I think it's the main.
Success.
I've been working on this experiment that seems to be quite fruitful. Much of it has to do with the whole conundrum over, does talking about your problems actually help, or does it just exacerbate them? When you attempt to get a vessel back in the water, the list is endless. Bottom paint, waxing, checking all the sails, checking all the jam cleats.
I'd like to say that I'm very grateful for the suggestion on the primer, and thank you. And up until last year, I was a power boater. I had a twin screw with cat diesels in it, and I made the switch over. So I just wanted to formally thank you, and also I also wanted to thank and say, I'm not one of those sailors that thinks, gee whiz, I'm above taking advice or suggestions. I'm like a boater.
One of my best friends is a sailboater, and
there you go.
he needs all the advice he can get.
Okay, we got the bottom sanded and primed. We got the prop is now basically been coated with this special paint, and all these little spots have been tended to. Look at it. I think we're in good shape here. I think we're just about ready.
As it turns out, most of our effort this beautiful sunny day in an attempt to wax the vessel was a great big waste. It needed a different compound and a more professional eye. I had to come back the second day with a better tool and some goof off to get rid of this disastrous red pinstripe. 2 hours of my life I will never get back, but it looked better. This is preparation for 2023 and the circumnavigation of the globe. Some of us speak to one another with simple words. Others provide gifts. But many people have nothing to say at all. And then enters Deborah into my life.
completely knocks me into another universe. She begins speaking to me in what she calls her love language, in the form of creating food that is beyond anything I've ever tasted. It's not nourishment, it's not simply protein and carbohydrate mixed in with flavoring and seasoning. It is truly a love language that she speaks through her actions and her everyday attempt to bring home fresh food, prepare it in advance. It's truly remarkable. I've never seen anything like it.
A little chili ancho over the shrimp for shrimp tacos tonight. With a little bit of butter and a little lemon.
Butter and lemon?
Yes.
And some spices.
Mm-hmm.
Secret. Top secret.
No, chili ancho.
Chili ancho.
What's really remarkable is she's at the grocery store, sometimes twice a day, to find the right ingredients to match the recipe.
Did you just say flash cooked?
Yep. Here we go.
And each day I join her in the kitchen, I'm learning a completely new task or a new method.
Okay, I'm not familiar with flash cooked. Just like it sounds.
Yep.
Just a
short amount of time. Fairly warm.
Not just one type of grated cheese, 2 or 3 mixed in a bowl, several different vegetables. An obsession with creating a variety of deliciousness every single night.
All right.
What I'd like to say to our species, if I could speak to the species, Homo sapiens, right now, is that we are not ectotherms. We are mammals. We have the ability to create 98.6 degrees within our own selves. All you need to do is simply just learn how to harness it properly. Wear the right kind of clothing.
As I'm putting my scarf on, yes.
Well, what's that scarf made out of?
Cotton, baby.
Oh no, it's gone. No. So listen, it's raining, which is just the death blow to cotton. So all I want to just make clear is, listen, we can go out into the animal kingdom right now. All the ectotherms are buried in the ground, and they are not moving because it's cold. It's 41 with the wind chill and the rain. It's probably 31. It's below freezing. So if we could just educate the planet on how to survive and how to maybe even thrive, no matter what the temperature is, no matter what the rain or no rain forecast is, then we would not be like, oh, it's rainy, oh no, it's cloudy. You know what I'm saying? And that's my mission here today on The Algorithm. Welcome to The Algorithm. Yeah. There's so many things that I need to say right now. It's crazy. Try to picture this, okay? And I've had these thoughts before, but never was the timing so perfect. Just imagine your body that automatically creates 98.6 degrees. What if we started a movement around the planet? Said, look, you are going to learn and you are going to exclusively be able to retain the heat you need. Say it's 75 degrees of it. You can let go damn next to 25% of that. Just let it go. Let it off gas. And then you would no longer need fossil fuels. In this incredible abundance that we presently need them. Listen, I know that you don't want to have to wear an extra sweater, and I know nobody wants to have to wear layers. What if we did? You would basically eliminate I would say 70% of the need for fossil fuels. I mean, just imagine. I mean, right now, look at all these buildings. Look at all these places up and down the Boston Post Road. they're all being heated right now. Even Fridays, okay, which it's Saturday. They're being heated. There's hardly anyone there, maybe nobody. The ceiling's being heated. It's fossil fuels are heating that place. Say, look, guys, you want to come to our restaurant? We're going to be able to lower the prices because we don't even need to heat the place because you're going to heat yourself. Ooh. I don't think I ever finished the story. I became intolerant to many around me and those around my past. I had to let go, and then the same thing happened in verse. People let go of me. They became intolerant of me. And what you begin to realize is you have to reach out and meet new people.
But lots of people do. I'm just an anomaly.
But what it later occurred to me is that I lost respect for those people. I guess they lost respect for me. You know, respect is something like it's hard to get that back. Once you lose it, it's gone.
That makes sense. Like you don't have anything in common anymore and people just drift apart. It's not a loss of respect always. It's just that things have changed.
That's true. That's true. $10,000. Are you out of your mind? Is this some kind of a joke? Just to rebuild a rudder on a sailboat. I'll never rebuild anything with fiberglass in my entire life. Just follow the directions. Stay focused. I'll get back to the
She wants more
memories
formal
that just came
commitment.
back to me.
She wants a more formal commitment. She wants a more formal commitment. Believe me when I tell you, I'll take you to small claims court. You're going to charge me $300 for an estimate? That is incredible. I know what you're doing. You're a miserable bastard. I am, I cry for you and I. I am, I cry. Okay, I realize I caught a lot of flack for doing this project in my fine little co-op apartment. Yes. It's, you know, without a doubt gonna take at least an hour or two. Can somebody just answer a simple question? What kind of urethane do I need to attach the old skin to the new urethane foam? That's all I'm asking. At some point. Yeah, that's fine, but what if I do it wrong? Yeah, what if I use the wrong material? And what if I do it wrong? Yeah, well, that's fine. What if I don't get it right the first time? Tell me, what do you do then? Can somebody just answer a simple question? What kind of urethane do I need to attach the old skin to the new urethane foam? Can somebody just answer a simple question? Don't you have any idea how much pressure you're under to get the goddamn boat in the water? Don't you pay any attention? This is a short season. If you don't get the boat in the water now, next thing you know, it's June. What do you think? I'm actually sleeping? Of course I'm not. It's an obsession to get this thing done. if it wasn't for finding somebody that actually knew what they were doing and wasn't going to completely rip me off, I never would have got it done. I've been working on this experiment that seems to be quite fruitful. Much of it has to do with the whole conundrum over, does talking about your problems actually help, or does it just exacerbate them?
Oh my God. Look at that finish. Don't talk. We just get some.
Wow.